This week on My Two Ninjas, we go back to the pilot again for a refresher. John Peter McAllister is a ninja, yada yada yada, and he's training this living sausage named Max Keller. They're traveling the country trying to find McAllister's long-lost daughter. Wait, no they're not! They're doing things like motocross racing, hanging around in nightclubs, and getting thrown out of windows. Or, in the case of this week, mountain climbing. Max and McAllister are having a race to get to the bottom.
That was pretty fast. Where'd he go?
Behind you.
The two then decide to go to Vegas to see a showgirl that Max knows. Just then, they get run off the road for some reason. You stink, Max! Thankfully, Henry's okay. The B-team van doesn't want to start, so Max goes out to yell at it. Some stock footage of Vegas. A bunch of organized criminals are timing out the various inner workings of the casino. Oh, why do I always have to be the one running? Somewhere, an MIT student is shouting, "Winner, winner, chicken dinner." The car that ran the guys off the road had a casino bumper sticker, so McAllister goes looking for it. It just so happens the guy is one of the soon-to-be casino robbers. He gets berated by Blake, the boss of the operation, for being late.
I won't tell you again, Craig.
Yeah, Craig. Meanwhile, Max goes to visit Tracy, his side piece of the week. She's practicing her moves for the big dance-off. Uh-oh, the bad guys show up. Blake knows Tracy from a while back and wants to convince her to help with the casino heist. Problem is, she wants nothing to do with this. They strong-arm her just as Max shows up. He very lightly smacks one of the guys when security arrives to break it up. Tracy lies to Max about Blake. They then spend several hours discussing their hair product routines. Max goes in for the kiss when...
Hi, Mom.
Susie is bored by Max until he mentions the magic word.
Karate? Like in Revenge of the Ninja?
The movie that's one of the reasons this show exists? Just then, Tracy's boss, Captain Chin, arrives. McAllister finds the car and does the ancient ninja art of looting the glove compartment. He finds a bunch of Polaroids of the bad guys together. Terrible criminals just leaving easy-to-find evidence. He then somehow pops the trunk with a ninja throwing star. Inside are guns and bombs, so this guy is up to no good. Oh, I'm sorry. Explosives.
Explosives.
Craig sees him leaving, so he tries to run him over. Shouldn't he follow him and do this elsewhere? I think a Vegas casino garage would have about 50 cameras. McAllister's stunt double flips over the car and lands in the back seat of this convertible, which gives these ladies the time of their lives. Oh my, Gertie! Lee Van Cleef is in our car! McAllister finds Max losing at blackjack. He tells him what he found in the trunk, and then uses his ninja skills to win at cards.
Split that hand.
The duo go back to find out more about Craig and Blake. McAllister wants Max to get into Blake's office.
How am I gonna do that without any keys?
Charm. Lots of charm.
Apparently, he forgot who he was talking to. Max puts on a janitor's jumpsuit and tries to be charming to this maid, but really comes off more creepy and demanding.
Look,
Max Keller. You remember me? Just let me in, okay?
Bad touch, Max. He goes into the room and conveniently finds Blake's casino floor plans. He tries to leave, but he has to hide when the bad guys return. Craig shows up to tell them about McAllister. They see Max and Craig tries to shoot him. Get him, Craig! Then Blake's bad ADR makes an appearance.
Okay, we'll step things up. Can you set the explosives at the dam tonight?
Yeah, I can do it.
Max goes to tell McAllister what happened. Tracy's crying because she knows she has to talk to Max again. Oh, Van Patten's gonna try and kiss me, isn't he? She tells him Blake kidnapped Susie and demands that she help him. Why does McAllister sound like he's auditioning for The Sopranos here?
What do they want you to do?
Blake wants Tracy to have dinner with Big Chin Boss and steal his elevator key. Tracy doesn't know where they have Susie.
Do you have any idea where Susie could be?
I'm not sure.
But then she knows exactly where they have her, and here's the address.
I think she's at a warehouse across town. Wrote down the address.
Later that night,
We found the warehouse.
yes, you found the place you had the exact address for. The place is empty, so they go looking around. Max in plain clothes and McAllister in ninja gear. Max then gets knocked out. Let's see that again. McAllister also gets caught by the baddies. They're both off their game this week. They hogtie McAllister and set the place on fire. Back at the hotel, Tracy's making a roofie colada for Big Chin Boss. This guy's channeling Ron Moss energy. Oh, I hope the drugs take effect soon. Back at the warehouse, McAllister gets out of the rope and wakes up Max. Just leave him! They flip out of frame, which means they safely escaped. Wait, the bad guys are gonna blow up a dam? They are going way overboard for a casino heist. Oh, okay. They blow up the generators to kill the power at the casino. I'm thinking Vegas would have plenty of backups. Max is mad at Tracy because he's an idiot. McAllister tells him she did it to save her daughter. Tracy steals the keys. That candle is producing a lot of light. The bad guys blow up the safe and steal the money. This is a pretty small safe for a casino. There's no power. How is the elevator working? Oh, it looks like they have auxiliary power. It's just on a delay. Tracy tries to escape, but gets caught by Blake. He goes to shoot her, but Max saves the day. They escape to the roof and...
Andy Williams!
Blake finds them on the roof, but Max has a plan, thanks to the beginning of this week's episode. Oh no, they're very slowly getting away. Oh, look at that. Max had a contingency plan going. So now they get to the bottom and take Max to the hospital for horrible rope burns. McAllister is back in the casino. Tracy tells Max where Blake is hiding with Susie. They head to the ghost town with hot baths. Craig is really cranky. They counted the money, and it's...
$2,100,073.
Which, in 2021 dollars, is $5.6 million. A helicopter shows up, and Blake turns on Shayna to cut her out of the money. McAllister and Max arrive to save the day again. Craig yells at Madison.
Thought you weren't gonna make it, Madison. Wanted to make you sweat.
Does that mean... McAllister sneak attacks some of the bad guys. He hides in a gun? This isn't very ninja-y of him. Max corners one of the guys, and yes, his stunt double fights him off. Max then faces off with Blake? I guess McAllister will be fighting Craig. So, guy with 3 weeks of ninja training can take on a highly skilled ex-military mercenary with very little trouble. Craig tries to give McAllister the rake, but instead McAllister gives him the pole. Craig then grabs Susie? McAllister disappears. Max rescues Shayna. They go outside to see Craig with Susie. Craig takes the money and Susie to the helicopter and... McAllister then makes an inside joke about his old westerns.
I always wanted to be a cowboy.
The next day at the casino, Tracy is talking to Max about Blake. You'd think the casino would reward these guys for capturing the thieves. McAllister somehow had the time to get Susie her very own ninja outfit. The two old ladies track down McAllister and...
Looks like you got your hands full tonight, old fella.
Ew. The Master Episode 5, High Rollers, aired back on March 2nd, 1984. Edward Edwards played the bad guy Craig. Even though he's frequently played a bad guy, in his real life, he works with the international theater company Global Arts Corps, which uses theater to bring together people from opposite sides of a violent conflict. Canadian actor Art Hindle played Blake. He's a character actor with over 180 credits to his name, everything from MacGyver to Beverly Hills 90210 to Millennium. In 1990, he won a Gemini Award for his work on ENG, one of Canada's most successful TV shows. Angela Lee Sloan played Susie, a child actress who also did voice work. She was the voice of Lucy in a few Charlie Brown specials from the 80s. She later was in a recurring role on Who's the Boss, and even later, as an adult, she was on an episode of the show Shameless. Just recently, she did some voice work for the brilliant RPG Wasteland 3. High Rollers was a stretch. It's hard to do ninja stuff in a casino setting, which is probably why they decided to have the finale in an old movie set. I did think it was funny to have Lee Van Cleef reference his old westerns.
Seems kind of natural to me.
The episode was better than State of the Union, but still a fairly uneventful one. The heist was kind of small, and overall it was entertaining, just nothing particularly special. Here's hoping it picks up with the next episode, and maybe they mix the formula up a little bit. Probably not.
explosives.